This is NBA TV's NBA Action. This week we'll take a look at the sizzling Miami Heat and the young leaders of the Clippers, Elton Brand and Corey Maggette. Plus, the return of Grant Hill brings Magic back to Orlando. Baron Davis returns to his old neighborhood in L.A. And as always, we'll bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
For Rajon, wrapped around and went last.
Get out. He is unstoppable. You cannot believe what we just saw.
Oh, man, what a dunk. Tear up that rim, young fella. Sensational.
Oh, I'm shaking in my chair. Oh, at home.
We begin by taking you into the action in the East with the Miami Heat, winners of 12 straight. The Heat added a number of new faces to this year's roster, but the biggest change by far was the addition of the NBA's most dominant center.
You know, when you have Shaquille O'Neal, I think anything short of at least being in the NBA Finals or the Conference Finals, you know, is going to be, you know, doomed as an unsuccessful season.
Oh, baby. The Shaq attack is definitely on.
Once Shaq has it there, you can just about forget about it.
After leading the Heat to 8 straight wins, Shaq missed their game against Boston with an injured calf. But his sidekick Dwayne Wade carried the load on offense, and Keon Dooling stepped up as well.
Dooling tries to
See what he did? The defender raised up, and he went right by him for the dunk.
Doliak down with his 5th rebound of this first half.
And he threw it down, baby.
A high-flying Dwayne Wade.
Boston led by 1 at halftime, but the Heat took the lead for good in the third quarter behind Wade, who finished with 33 points and 11 assists.
Wade, nice pass, Haslam.
Limit the turnovers. Just work the ball and get a good shot.
This 340 is an eternity in the NBA. Jones for 3.
He's listening. He's listening. How can he play and listen to us at the same time?
I think Doc Rivers just hoisted up the white flag. The Heat will go to 11-3 at home. They'll win their 9th in a row. Clearly, Miami is, at this point, the beast of the East.
Well, you better love it. Going on a 2-game road trip, you want to win that game before you go out on a high note.
The first stop on Miami's western road swing was Sacramento, where Shaq was back, but the Kings still jumped out to a huge lead in the first half. The Heat steadily chipped away and finally pulled even in the third quarter.
Damon Jones for 3. Go! And the Miami Heat storming back, and they've tied it at 67 after being down by 17 points in the second quarter. They're outscoring Sacramento 13. And Shaq slams it down.
But Sacramento would regain the lead in the fourth quarter, and Coach Stan Van Gundy knew he had to fire up the Heat.
We got plenty of time, but we got to get tougher mentally than we are right now. Hey, we got to be real solid down here, and down there we got to go to work defensively now. Come on, break it down there.
Down by 1 in the game's final minute, the Heat turned to their three-point specialist, Damon Jones, who delivered once again.
3, Damon Jones, called! You called it, and Miami has recaptured the lead by 2 with 23.4 to play.
The Kings still had one final possession, and the ball went to Chris Webber, who would try to win the game with a 3.
Webber for the win. Miami has won 10 consecutive Miami Heat victories.
We need to focus on one game at a time. We just want to come out and play good team ball. Well, they got out to a great start. You know, they hit a lot of shots in the second half. Coach Van Gundy got into us a little bit, and you know, we just came out with a better focus, a better intensity for the second half, and we was able to get the lead to single digits and then just take over the game.
On Christmas Day, the Heat went to L.A. for one of the most anticipated games in years as Shaq faced his former Laker teammate Kobe Bryant for the first time, and O'Neal was ready to make a statement.
You knew that was coming.
Yes.
In a tight game, Shaq had 24 points and 11 rebounds, but with the score tied in the final minutes, he committed his 6th foul on a drive by Kobe.
And then Kobe drives in, and you've got Shaquille O'Neal with a foul. And the place erupts as Shaquille O'Neal has fouled out.
Even without Shaq, Miami would still have a chance to win it in regulation as Dwayne Wade had the ball with time winding down.
Got to go now. They waited too long. He waited long.
Wade takes the shot. Outside, missing, and we go to overtime. And why not?
And in OT, Miami took over with Wade scoring 4 of his 29 points in the extra session. The Heat led by 2 in the final seconds, but had to hold their breath as Kobe looked for a Hollywood ending.
Bryant gets doubles. Kobe Bryant. And so for Kobe Bryant, he has the one chance at the end. Can't make it go down. And Shaquille O'Neal and the Miami Heat have won 11 straight games.
Now let's go back into the action in the West with the 2 young leaders of the LA Clippers, Corey Maggette and Elton Brand.
Touch the line, man. No, I'm just saying, look at you trying to beat me, man. Stop, man. Stop cheating.
You know, me and Elton been friends for a long time, and it's been a great camaraderie with both of us doing the job that we're doing, and it's been fun.
You saw that?
That's wild.
Tell Jay close the door at least.
You know, Corey Maggette, he keeps improving, you know, and it makes me proud because, you know, I've seen him just as he's seen where I came from. You know, we were 17, 18, 19 years old in college, you know, playing for Duke, and we couldn't do the things that we can now. So to see him grow into his game and be a good NBA player, you know, it definitely makes me proud. I remember he used to sleep on my couch, you know.
And it comes off to Maggette. Ran to a hole for the score and the foul.
Being the leader on the team, you have to step up and take the leadership role, and I think, you know, first it starts with Elton. You know, Elton has really been doing a great job, and I kind of fill in and try to do what I can to be a leader on this team.
You know, my objective right now is to try to get everyone doing the right things and playing the right way, and we're doing it right now.
You know, it's kind of weird. We're both, you know, 25 years old, and we're the elder statesman. Like Corey said, it starts with me, but I think it starts with him. You know, he's a vocal leader out there, and it's just whoever steps up at that certain time.
Hey, roll. Up top. We're top.
Well, both guys play hard, you know, and that's a big aspect of it right there. And both guys, you know, are very productive players. When you have that from, you know, your 2 more veteran guys, it's a good lead to follow.
As Brandon Maggette lead the way, one of the Clippers' biggest followers is real estate mogul Jim Goldstein. A devoted NBA fan since the 1950s, he's had courtside seats for the Clippers since they arrived in town in 1984.
I've always been the type of fan who roots for the underdog. Relating to the Clippers more than the Lakers, I attend more than 100 NBA games every year. As a result of all this, I've gotten to know just about everybody associated with the NBA, and that's just added to my enjoyment of the game. Well, besides having a passion for basketball, I've always had a passion for fashion. Here we have not only my famous hat collection, but up above it we have windows that look into the underwater of the swimming pool. This is my closet. And if I step on the button, I can take a look at some of my earlier clothing collections.
He's real cool, man. The outfits, it's not too flashy, but it's just his thing. You know, some people don't wear cowboy boots, cowboy hats, things like that. You know, I like his style. I like his stilo.
And if you look out towards the city, you can see something that I surprise a lot of people with. The windows slide open at a press of a button. Then over here, with a magical pass of the hand, the water is turned on. Well, I don't really compare working on this house for so many years to the Clippers because in the case of this house, I don't think I've had any major setbacks. Well, I think the Clipper players have always realized that they're the unknowns in Los Angeles. But this year, I certainly expect them to top the Lakers on some occasions.
And as they prepared to face the Lakers, Goldstein and other fans wanted to see if the Clippers could win the LA Showdown.
You know, the Lakers, you know, it's a big rivalry, crosstown rivalry. You know, we've been playing well. They've been playing pretty well also. So, you know, I'm not going to be in that game, but hopefully the guys will step up and pull us through that one.
It's going to be an interesting game, man. We're going to go out there and have fun and do what we're supposed to. If we execute our plays right, we have a great chance of winning this game and get the record up to where it's supposed to be.
NBA.com features a healthy Grant Hill and a happy Steve Francis, who joined forces in Orlando.
Man, great experience, man. You know, rejuvenated, playing for a new team, playing for a new coach. It's great, man. Whenever you get a chance to, you know, to start something over.
Hill with the rebound. He's got Francis ahead. Francis under the rim and lays it in.
You know, for me to see Grant come out here and do his thing night in and night out, I think it's wonderful.
Francis, who re-entered during the timeout, finding Grant Hill in the open court.
From the sounds of things, I think my teammates are happy I'm back.
I'm thinking made-for-TV drama. And action.
I feel great. You know, it's been a long road, and the road is still continuing, but it's fun to get back out there. It's fun to see that all the hard work, all the dedication, you know, the perseverance, the faith, all that is now finally paying off, and I'm finally able to do what I set out to do when I signed with Orlando, and that's try to help us win ball games.
Boy, he's putting on a show here in the second quarter as the veteran Grant Hill.
It's good to see results. Good to see and feel like my old self.
And a very strong performance for Grant Hill.
Gold without fire is not pure gold, and definitely, you know, you've heard the cliche, I guess, you know, adversity builds character or what have you, and I think for me, my faith is definitely stronger. My faith in the ability to be able to come back from this, I think it's given me a little bit more balance, you know, and I've always thought that I was a kind of a Renaissance man, or, you know, into a lot of different things, but I didn't realize how much basketball was so important to me, and that's not a bad thing. But when it was taken from me, it forced me to be a better man. So, you know, for that, I am thankful.
Give away my secrets to my stretching. Stay so limber.
Even though I went through surgeries, even though at times I wasn't at games, I wasn't at all the practices, I still felt like I was a part of the team, and that's really a credit to my teammates.
We're the only two active players to be with Oscar Robertson and Magic Johnson, the only players that averaged 15, 5, and 5 the first 5 years. So we're an elite company, and we're in the same team. So, but it's been good, man, and you know, we both have something to prove, that we're still, you know, at the top of our game, and hopefully, you know, we can continue to play good.
Francis crosses over McLeod. Difficult shot is off the front iron. Francis steals it from Harper and scores. He plays much bigger than 6'3", believe me.
Steve is awesome. I didn't realize how good he is. For me, it makes things a whole lot easier playing with him. And hopefully I can make things easier for him. But he's super talented. We're both from D.C., so we both have a D.C. thing in the D.C. area. But he's a joy to play with and a joy to watch.
Quickly, the Orlando Magic go down the floor for an alley-oop to remember.
Now let's see how NBA teams and players got into the spirit of giving in the latest edition of I Love This Game.
Sometimes there's people less fortunate, and just to give to these kids doesn't take a lot of time, and in retrospect, it's not a lot of money, so we enjoy doing it.
In Los Angeles, the Clippers treated some deserving kids to a shopping spree at a local toy store.
Have you found anything you want yet? Well, if you already got it, you already ready, huh?
It's a great opportunity, man, because I know a lot of kids don't get the opportunity to do this. Even me, when I was young, I didn't get the opportunity to do this, so being able to do this is an honor.
The Miami Heat did their part by donating toys to patients at an area hospital.
I think giving is always better than receiving, so to come out and do it, especially with a hospital full of kids, I think it's a great.
What's up, Jonathan? Just got all the gifts today.
Coming here to the hospital, I think, is important just because some of these kids are in the hospital over the holidays, so it's fun to just come in and say hello and have them see some new faces and people who are smiling and try and cheer them up a little bit.
The Utah Jazz also brought some cheer to a hospital, brightening the day for children who couldn't be home for the holidays.
this is what's important, and it's just fun being around kids, and just knowing that they do want to smile, and you just got to make them smile. You just got to, you know, kind of get to know them a little bit.
Right, that's the biggest thing. We get a chance to come over here and have happy holidays with each other and enjoy it and really have a good time. That's more important than the wins and losses in basketball.
And in Memphis, Shane Battier shared the joys of the season with youngsters at a shopping center.
Well, it was a lot of fun for me today to see the faces of the kids because it wasn't too long ago that I was that kid.
My mom read this book to me when I was your age.
Anything that you can do to help spread that goodwill and that holiday cheer, it's a duty that everyone has.
Now we join Hornet star Baron Davis back home in his native Los Angeles in this edition of Timeout.
This is the first home that, you know, I actually bought and paid for it. Growing up on 85th Street, you know, South Central Los Angeles, you know, to now, like, you know, living in something like this, I mean, it just means a lot to me. It's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, everybody.
These days, Baron Davis lives in a restored mansion in New Orleans. But for Baron, home will always be his old neighborhood in Los Angeles. And each time he returns for a visit, it reminds him of how his roots helped shape him into the person he is today.
Everybody has, you know, some type of obstacles and hurdles that they have to overcome in order to be successful or to get to where they want to get to. And, you know, I'm just like them.
As a kid, Baron's biggest obstacle was his new neighborhood.
We came from living on one side of town to over on this side of town, and it was like more of the gangbangers.
You know, a lot of negative stuff going on around here. Cause, you know, this like rough little area around here.
I gotta actually think about the outfit I'm gonna throw on before I have to walk out the door. Everything, some cold blood stuff.
Meet me at my granny house. We en route. All right, Juan.
As tough as things were in Baron's community, growing up there was a lot better than where he might have ended up.
Me and my sister, we are on our way to a foster home. And my grandmother and grandfather, after they had raised, about 30 kids before me and my youngest sister, they just like, man, they gonna do it again.
Basically, my mother, she wasn't capable of taking care of us, so my grandmother and grandfather stepped in and took over the role of raising me and my brother.
Everybody he saw, had that smile. He was always smiling. He's a good boy. There you are, there, Barry.
What's up, people?
Hey. He's still my boy.
Oh, look at you, girl. You got a date? You cheating on me?
I raised it for my little boy.
That's my girlfriend. It's my best friend. It's just like she say, that's my boy. I say, that's my girl.
Barry was my boy. Wasn't it, boy?
She's the one person I can honestly, I can get an honest opinion about things that's going on with my life.
His grandmother's guidance was much needed in an environment where it wasn't easy being a kid.
When you're 7, you're probably 15. When you're 15, you're 25. It's rough over here, man. You got to grow up fast. Once you go out this house right here and make that right, go to that school, hey, anything can happen.
Baron made that right turn every day, and the game of basketball helped keep him on the right path.
He wanted to make something out of his life. He didn't want to be one of these fellas around here just hanging on the streets.
Dribble from that porch right there all the way to that basketball court. That's right.
He can tell you how many dribbles it takes. 126 to get to the court. Between the legs every day, walking like this. I would create all kind of ways to dribble, man. Like, I tie a plastic bag around a ball and dribble with the ball with a plastic bag. They building some new courts. But the courts used to be down there where these classrooms are. Every time I came up here, it was like Disneyland for me, man. It was like a home away from home.
I used to tell him, your life don't revolve around playing basketball. You better get out there and go and empty the trash cans.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, My grandma used to have people going up there looking for him. He's still up there shooting that ball.
Man, midnight, they used to have to go up there. Where's Barron at? He's still up there at Southport.
And right there, man, everything, the whole world, the whole hood just stopped. And people come by and watch us play. And for that moment, man, people just, it's peace, man, brought peace to the hood. When I'm on the court, man, I know what I've been through. You know, and I know what basketball has done for me in my life and how it's gotten me out of here, and it still allowed me to come back and be the same person that I am.
Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our NBA TV countdown. Starting at number 10, the Kings' Brad Miller to Chris Webber, who adds a fancy finish.
Oh, what a shot by Webber.
Had to improvise on that one.
Boy, that was just about as graceful as we've seen C-Web.
At 9, the Cavaliers send this gift by airmail to LeBron James.
LeBron James, give him a Christmas present.
In at number 8 is this amazing shot from the Suns' Amare Stoudemire.
Nice leads it for Amare, and as he goes inside, it's going to be, is that going to count?
Yeah,
it did go. How in the world did that shot go in?
He is unbelievable.
And Eric Williams ends up with a foul on top of it.
At number 7 is the latest dazzling dunk from the Warriors' Jason Richardson.
Claxton with a throw ahead to Richardson.
Well, Richardson is getting ready for a return to the slam dunk competition.
In at number 6, it's Cleveland on the fast break with LeBron right in the middle.
McGinnis will find LeBron James. Tremendous no-look to Ira Newble for the crush.
At number 5, with the game on the line, the Nets free up Richard Jefferson.
Looking for the win. Lob, catch, and layup. At the buzzer. It's over. An incredible finish.
At number 4, more from Cleveland. This time it's Anderson Varejão.
Varejão with a rip away. Varejão wrapped around and went glass with the left hand. That's a Brazilian beauty from Anderson.
In at number 3 is a sweet dish from the Hornets' Baron Davis.
Here's Davis with a nice feed to Anderson.
That's a great feed, Steve. Barron makes a great bounce pass between his legs, no doubt, and the Birdman just swoops in for the dunk.
At number 2 is Orlando's Steve Francis, speeding from coast to coast.
Gives him the lead. Francis! Steve-O! Taking it wrong to the basket. Oh, man.
And at number 1, a ferocious finish from the Denver Nuggets' Kenyon Martin.
That shot goes in and out. Rebound to Canby. Puts it up. No. Oh! Kenyon Martin sweeps the sky with a two-hand putback jam.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. Last week, fans on NBA.com agreed with us that this monster dunk by Devin Harris was the #1 play of the week, and it's certainly worth another look. For all the NBA news, including the latest on the Denver Nuggets coaching change, log on to the league's official website, NBA.com. I'm Spero Dedes for NBA TV's NBA Action. See you next week.